I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do
Welcome
just to
all.
feed me.
This
What
is
was
the
left over, I
Australian
put
Indie
towards my
Wrestling
dreaming.
Show. Fellow wrestlers, trainees, event support staff, friends, foes, and everyone in between. If you have a topic, if you have a question, you can reach out to the Don or leave a comment in the list below. The Don, how are you, my friend? Bit of a big one with Destiny.
Yeah, Day with Destiny was a big one. We unfortunately had someone injured, so they couldn't perform their match. So it ended up being not as big as it was touted to be. It was a tag team championship match, and yeah, unfortunately, Buster Rust was injured, couldn't perform, and yeah, so the show wasn't. It was supposed to be far too long, but it ended up being a good time in the end. Because these are the things you got to think about that most people don't, is how long the show actually goes for, making sure the crowd doesn't get tired, putting on enough interesting matches, etc., segments and stuff like that. It's not just, let's just throw a bunch of people in the ring and see what happens. It just, doesn't make for plan. What is the 5 P's? Prior preparation and planning prevents poor performance. That's 6.
Piss poor performance.
Piss poor, that's 7. Piss poor makes it 7. But yeah, no, we got the show rolling. There's always, no matter what you do, no matter how well you plan, there's always things that kind of go wrong in regards to having everything you need ready to rock and roll. But we got there, we got rolling.
All right, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.
And yeah, show was great. We had Rising Star Cup. That was a ball tear of a match. Ultra was started off as a tag match, ended up being a 4-way to basically crown the #1 rank in Ultra. And what else did we have? We had an 8-man tag. We had a...
Now, Don, you assured me you could do this off the top of your head.
Off the collar, yeah, off the cuff, and apparently I cannot. And then the main event of the scramble match, which was 2 people start every 5 minutes, another person is entered into the match, and it was up and down and all over the place. And Blake Walker was attacked by Dex Van Demon after he had lost his ranking in Ultra, not #1 anymore. Well, no, he never was #1, but yeah, he was trying for it, he didn't get it. Anyway, attacked Blake Walker, took him out of the match, which left only the Great George, Del Carno, Ryan Allen, and the brand new Pride champion, Robbie Hart.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of that going around on the interwebs on the weekend, and well, I didn't see Blade Walker getting taken out, but I saw Ryan Allen taking out a few people, and then Robbie Hart taking out a few people himself and raising the Pride Championship. The Pride of Explosive Pro Wrestling Professional... What is it? ESPW. What is that?
Explosive School of Pro Wrestling.
Oh, there you go. Explosive School of Pro Wrestling. For those not in the know like me.
Now you know.
Now you know. So Robbie
That's
Hart, great to see him. He's a former champion, so it's two-time Pride champion. And of course, Robbie Hart, often seen in Adelaide as well.
See, Robbie Hart's one of those guys, I think a lot of people don't realise just how good he is until they see him wrestle live.
Yeah.
He is a veteran of the wrestling scene. He just clean and exciting and has a cool look, and also just a champion human being. So couldn't ask for a better champion of the school. Someone who anyone who wrestles with him can learn from, no matter where they're at in wrestling. They can always learn something from the greats. And Robbie Hart is truly a great professional wrestler in Australia.
Yeah, and moved over. So very lucky to have him over in Perth from Adelaide.
Privileged to have him.
There you go. And speaking of Adelaide, you got to speak of Riot City. And there was a few new champions. So
Battle for Supremacy, yep, their big end of year show.
Supremacy, Party Hard at Supremacy claimed the tag team championships. So that was good to see. Ben Braxton beat the Sigma for the Emerald Crown, I think. I think that's what went on, but I haven't seen it yet, so don't quote me on that. But I know Ben Braxton is the new Emerald Crown champion. And Dean Brady beat Matt Hayter to be the new Riot City heavyweight Grand champ, excuse me.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's their big title over there, the Grand Champion. Yeah, power to him. Dean Brady's been around for a long time, doing a lot of good things. Winning the championship off of Matt Hayter, Australia's most hated wrestler. He's got those MJF vibes where everyone knows just how good he is, but man, just pisses everyone off. But just a fantastic. I can't wait for it to come out on YouTube and check it out.
Yeah, no, it should be another good one because that's their end show of the year, so that's something to look forward to. It looked like a decent crowd there as well. A few people around the ring, and then it went back looked like about 15 rows. So like it was all full, of course. So yeah, it looked decent on the thing. So yeah, looking forward to that one on YouTube. I saw Brooksy was wrestling down in Seaford, and I was wondering if why 1,300 people don't drive 20 kilometres to see another decent Brooksy match.
Well, it's one of those things I think where if you're close enough where you see him in other places, you're not going to travel a long way to see the same person.
You've trained your fans to drive 40 k's to Merriwa.
I know that's our fans. It's different. Melbourne's a whole different animal, man.
Yep.
Is there like 15 different companies in Melbourne?
Yeah, something nuts like that. So yeah.
Plus the ones that are outliers. People only got so much money to spend on wrestling. And look, a lot of times, we've said it before, fans of wrestling go to their company, the company that they like to go see. Or they go and see absolutely fucking everything. And they don't care where it is, they're just going to go.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know a lot of fans that just go and see everything. I know a lot of fans that just stick to one company and support the company and wear all the jumpers and the t-shirts and stuff like that. To each their own at this point.
Yeah, that's it. And those sort of fans are great for your company, and it's good to keep them on board, keep them excited, and have good stuff for them. So what's the company he's in Seaford?
It's Adrenaline Pro Wrestling. So yeah. So that would be if you were down that way, go check that out. But
obviously their fans, that normally go to Adrenaline will be there. So and it looks like they've had a few really decent houses in the stuff I've seen online anyway. So it'll sort of keep to their. Well,
it's also like Sydney. Would like people going from PWI to Integrity to watch like someone like Robbie Eagles perform or something, I say perform, I should say wrestle, Is it too hard to cross the bridge?
I said don't take the bridge, dickhead.
Yeah. It might be for some people. It's like, no, it's out of my
jurisdiction.
That's it, yeah. I don't go outside my block, But maybe as well, it's like, what's the public transport like? Is it easy access? That can make a massive difference for people if they're going somewhere. They're like, don't really want to drive because the parking's shit, or maybe Seaforth is not a great area. I don't know.
Well, I don't want to start disparaging people's area.
No, well, I go down to Warnbro for STW, and sometimes I'm like, is my car going to be there by the end of the night? You go to Armidale for wrestling, you're like, is my car still going to be there by the end of the night? Am I going to get stabbed?
So over here in Victoria, Armidale's like the Swisher suburb, hey?
Really?
Yep.
So you say Armidale in Melbourne, and people are like, "Oh, that's fancy."
Yeah.
Say Armidale in Perth, it's like, where you stab first?
Yeah, You don't even pick up your drugs there. But anyway, speaking of good company, good drugs, and stuff like that, it is the season. It is list season, and since they're both out now, we thought we'd go through. And Don, you also wanted to wait until you saw everyone after the big weekends and stuff. More with the.
No, I mean, what is I saw everyone? I'm just trying to.
For the PWI men's and women's lists, hey. So you weren't as familiar. So what you were saying was you weren't as familiar with people before the big weekend as you were after the big weekend. So
sorry. I thought you were talking about you're talking about big Perth weekend of everyone coming over and wrestling and
and now seeing a bit more of people on YouTube, you can give them better judgment on the PWI men's and the women's list. Well, is it just the PWI list and the women's list?
Yeah, there's a mixed list and a women's list.
Isn't that a bit weird that and the ladies on the mixed list didn't make the women's list? They kind of mixed that up.
I did try and see what the goal was with that. There's surely some information somewhere.
So if you know,
I thought it was a men's list and a women's list, but it's not. It's a top 500 wrestlers list and a top 250 women's list. Women only over here, but women also over here.
Yeah, so if someone like 40 knows, can they explain in the comments?
Yeah, just let us know. Like, I'm more than happy to be educated on things that I'm not 100% with. I do try and learn. We're all learning. Every day's a learning opportunity.
Well, yeah, we're all learning. Every day's a learning opportunity. And when you stop learning, you die!
Am I dead?
Nope. Just me.
Why do you get to... That's a mistake, isn't it?
Somebody's jealous. Jealous of me being dead.
So, that's it, because you can't learn anymore.
That's it. So, well, anyway, we're going to kick off with the ladies, Don. So if you want to bring up the ladies
list.
And this is the Australians in the PWI Women's 250, and we kick it off with 174. Shay Cassidy, a bit of a favourite on the show.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Shay Cassidy. One of those people that can work full character or full hard-out wrestling. You see more of her character stuff because, to be honest, that's the way Australian wrestling works. For people to be more interested, they need a bit more character. Otherwise, the New Japan tour, when they came, would have completely sold out. They did all right. I'm not saying they didn't do okay, but there's definitely more of a penchant for the American wrestling in Australia than the Japanese wrestling. There's still a contingent of people that like it, but it's just not as popular or as prevalent.
I wondered why you just started disparaging another tour. But
no, I wasn't trying to disparage. Don't put words in my mouth. And I know people hear things and they go, he just shit on Japanese wrestling. I enjoy Japanese wrestling. It's just Australian tastes lean towards the American stuff. That's it.
That's right. Like, there are many more McDonald's than sushi joints. Well, maybe not anymore. But anyway, moving hastily along, 138, an international Harley Cameron, started out in Queensland, I believe.
Yep, and is now regularly scheduled programming in
AEW. Got the puppet shenanigans. Number 128, Zarya, aka Delta, your friend that you made famous and got signed to the WWE.
I'll make you famous. Zarya. So the thing with Zarya is for her to make the list with her appearances. There's just so much. There's only so much that people have seen of her. And I can tell you for a fact, after working with her, there's still so much more for people to see in the next few years. If given the right opportunities, what people will be able to see her abilities. Top of the list is definitely coming for that girl.
Well, 125, Erica Reed, the Dreamtime Voodoo Witch, local.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
She's another person who can do sort of all different levels of styles of wrestling. Recently has been to Japan and stuff, so I think she's doing a lot more international than just Australian. So that's, imagine why she's gotten a decent spot on this list here.
Yep, and coming in at 116, the Golden Batty, Eugenie. So
good to see someone who's still so new to wrestling to be a part of a list, bit of recognition. Hopefully that can carry her to other places to expand her knowledge as well.
That's it. And number 114, Rita Stone.
Yeah, Rita Stone, another person who's just on the rise, blazing a path for the women in Australia.
On the up and up.
One of the more recognisable names that we see that gets around the country. And number 114 is a good spot. I think probably could have been a bit higher, to be honest.
I think Rita was shortchanged.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Well, I tell you, at 108, Shazza McKenzie.
I haven't seen much of Shazza McKenzie, only what I think she was in Perth a few years ago for Reawakening, so I'm not a huge full book on her achievements and skills.
Well, someone you might have seen a bit of on your telly, because I know you like to watch wrestling on your telly. Indy Hartwell, number 91. Bit of TNA.
yeah, more the independents in TNA at the moment, isn't she?
Yep.
Yep. So had that spot in the Fed, no longer employed, but didn't jump off the horse, just kept on pushing. So power to her, getting in the list there. People aren't forgetting about her. She's going to keep pushing forward, so it's great.
Well, another one unforgettable, 88, Lena Cross.
It's a Perth girl.
Look at
that. No, she's I've worked with Lena. She's a tough bitch. Like very tall, very strong, and yeah, that's another one where I think in the next couple of years you're going to see just on the mixed list, I guess, rather than just the women's list.
Big prediction.
Yeah, honestly, when she'll get signed somewhere full time, definitely next year. It just depends where, and then depending where that is, how far she'll be able to go.
Yep. Well, there you go. You heard it here first. She's getting signed next year. Dodd signing her. Number 10, Rhea Ripley.
Oh, it's a travesty. It's terrible.
Yeah,
number 10.
Who came number one? Who came number one?
Mercedes Monet.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Dumpster fire, man. That's terrible.
So
that's horrendous.
So a number. Let's just go number 2, Toni Storm.
Number 1 and number 2 should be battled out between Rhea and Toni. That's the only two that should be up in those two.
Is that from your one-eyed Aussie perspective, or is that just from?
No, just from quality of wrestling, ability to capture the audience, and just following. Like Rhea Ripley has had killer years leading up, and then even this year still dominating women's wrestling. She's doing more tag team stuff at the moment than singles, but it still doesn't mean she's not the best female wrestler on the planet. And then Toni Storm as well is just grabbing everyone's attention and has the top spot in AEW. I don't even mean top spot for women. I think she has the top spot in AEW. And then, so yeah, between those two, I think that's the only two answers for 1 and 2. Just which one is up for debate.
Well, there you go. Well, moving along, let's get along to the other list. And so what we found out was this was more of just a mixed bag. The 500, best 500 of the world, and these were the Australians in it. Coming in at number 456, Ricky South.
Ricky South's been working his ass off overseas, trying to, what would you call it? Not like to represent himself, to build up his media presence, to build up his presence as not only a wrestler but a featured performer. He performed in Power Slap competition, and it was interesting talking to him about it. It's just crazy because something he enjoyed the experience. Not sure he'd do it again, but he goes, oh, depends what they want to pay me, which I fully understand. You can get slapped in the face for a certain amount of money that changes your opinion on things. There's listen to those things online all the time. Would you take $1 million or slap your brother in the face or something? Be like, hey, sorry, bro, slap the shit out of you.
What did you say? Would you take $1 million or slap your brother in the face? Sorry, I'm slapping you in the face.
No, to slap your brother in the face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people getting slapped and millions of dollars getting put out there. So, I honestly think Ricky South in the next couple of years will go higher up.
Yeah, been higher on the list in previous years, I think. So it's weird to see just scraping. How many wrestlers are there in the world? And this is the top 500.
Yeah, and he's improving his status as far as recognition and stuff like that as well. So, up and up.
Are you saying he's a social climber?
I guess is that a dirty word or something?
That's what happened. That's what status improving is, isn't it?
Yeah, remember.
Well, no, I mean improving his status in the sense of he's over in the States and he's doing the power slap competitions and doing all this different stuff to just improve his status as a performer, more recognised name.
Get his presence out there, you mean?
That's it. Yeah, maybe that's a euphemism for it.
Let's get away from Ricky South because we just spurted out too many euphemisms. 293, Adam Brooks, we just talked about. Would you go drive the extra 20Ks to see a decent Brooksy or Robbie Eagles match? So
I'm interested to see where Adam Brooks goes after this year, because he got stung around COVID. I think he was starting to do some work with Ring of Honor or something like that. Him and I think Slex as well. Both those guys were doing a lot of stuff in the States, got stung by that, and then have been trying to go back and do more stuff, and obviously have bits and pieces here and there. But it'll be interesting to see where next year takes him, because the guy looks the goods, he wrestles the goods, and yeah, just really interested to see what he gets up to.
Surprising to see him lower on the list as well. But anyway, 239, Tommy Knight.
Yeah, Tommy Knight, I think he's starting to do some more work in Japan. He was obviously part of the Ring of Honor part of the AEW Grand Slam last year, so that obviously just definitely gave him a big look in as far as international work, other people seeing him and what he can do. He was up against Mark Davis, who's conveniently not in the list. Yeah.
He was 502.
Oh, okay, of course. So I just thought anytime anyone said over 500, they're just like, yeah, no, I was 501, just missed it. Like, I don't know if he was actually...
Just missed it. No, there's no 502.
Yeah, he's still very young. It'll be interesting to see where the next couple of years takes him.
That's it.
I've said that for a few people, and I mean it. Like, it's not just a word I'm throwing out there, but...
you got it on a cue card somewhere in front of you.
It pops up in the screen behind where people can't see it, like here, but back here.
Well, when you think of Tommy Knight, most people think of Bronson Reed, his trainer. I'll talk about him being trained by Bronson Reed, and then he comes in at number 231.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
231's a terrible shame, because he had a year where after the injury, just leaps and bounds, a heavily featured competitor on WWE programming.
Which is where you want to be heavily featured if you're a wrestler.
100%. But yeah, for him to be at that sort of 231 and not taking shots at the next couple of people.
Not even in the hundreds or the top 100. Mm-hmm. Like, that's fucking bizarre. Like,
very bizarre.
I don't know how they gauge this or what metrics. Hey, like whether it's matches and wins or something, maybe.
Possibly, but then you just have some guy who books his own territory and just gives himself a title and a bunch of wins, then they should be at the top, which I think must play into it somehow.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Well, number 226, Jimmy Townsend. He's a local lad with a long title run, Don.
Yeah, well,
in IWA.
Jimmy Townsend.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, I know of and seen a bit. I think he's doing some stuff, must be doing some stuff overseas to be getting to that sort of level on the list. So power to him. I hope he keeps working at it and builds himself up high on the list.
And number 217, Robbie Eagles from TMDK, of course.
I think this one's a bit... I think Robbie should definitely be much higher. His skills and the amount that he works, definitely I think should be much higher on the list.
Because who was number one on this list? Did you want to just find that out quickly?
Number one on it's an obvious answer. It's not in my Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes. Okay, so
no dispute on that.
Scattered in between here is obviously WWE wrestlers and AEW wrestlers of some degree. So it's weird to see.
And this is not to take anything away from the next person we're going to talk about at 192 in Caveman Ugg, because up until his recent injury, he's doing amazing things in Australian wrestling. But I would have personally thought Robbie would be a bit higher on the list than Caveman Ugg.
Yeah, well, and Bronson Reed as well,
100%, yeah.
But next is a weird one, which is 131, Jessica Troy. Now, we weren't aware this was a mix. We thought this was the men's list and women's list. But this is a mixed list, like when you get like a mixed barbecue bag down at the shops, and there's snags and steaks in there. Hey, so you know, read into that what you will. But 131, Jessica Troy.
Yeah, look, I don't want to say anything disparaging. Again, Jess Troy, she's been a champion for a long time, and
why would you say anything disparaging?
I'm saying I don't want to say anything disparaging about her.
There's not much
my fucking sentence.
There's nothing disparaging to say.
What I was gonna fucking say, but if you keep cutting me off, no one's gonna fucking know what I'm talking about.
Take two.
So I will continue and say I'm not trying to say anything disparaging about Jessica Troy, but I look at the list. As hard as she's worked and she's done amazing things, like I say, your Bronson Reed, heavily featured WWE, should have been higher. Robbie Eagles, constantly to and from Japan, working on a regular basis, again, should have been higher. But power to Jessica Troy, 131 on the mixed list, not only in the women's list, 131. Number 131 is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh, and 99, Charlie Evans. So sort of the same.
Top 100.
Yeah, top 100. So take that, number 99. You know, so that's another good to see. And 33, Kyle Fletcher in AEW. So would you agree with that?
Yeah, no, Kyle Fletcher is one of the few reasons I ever watch if I watch AEW. He's got the look, he's got the ability, he can talk. Which you're seeing more and more of now, has been a long time, I think the TNT champion? No, not TNT champion, the TV champion?
TBS, is it?
TBS, yeah.
TBS male champion,
And yeah, I just think my whole issue with AEW is the build for stuff never works out the way it should. They put too much in their TV, so there's no sell for the bigger events.
Yeah.
So I think Kyle Fletcher, while there's that line where it's like, if he was to move to the Fed, would he be put at like the bottom of the list?
Oh yeah, I reckon they'd put him in NXT. They'd put him in NXT for sure.
And honestly, I think he wouldn't be in NXT long. He would shine.
Yeah.
In NXT and get moved up very quickly. Same with like. Bronson Reed, you know, he started at the bottom where he was, and now he's built and kept working, still there, made relationships, and now he's one of, like I said, the most featured. He's in the Vision, the top heel stable in WWE at this point.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that Vince took over at that point in time and like was basically firing anyone over the age of 30 or something.
Yeah.
And then so that was like that's basically what fucking happened, and then.
But it's a large representation of Australian wrestlers in the PWI 500, and that's only good things for Australian wrestling if we can keep being seen and heard and noticed. It's killer for our industry.
So there it is, a couple of lists to kick off this season. We thought we'd save them to the end and get Don's opinion. And another bit of a quick one these days, Don's unfeathered opinion. So let's get out of here and give us a bit of a rap, Don. Hey, no, not that sort of a rap, but a rap around the country.
No, we're not dropping the beat.
No.
So that's the podcast for today. Here is the rap around the country for this weekend. Before I get into it, these are all of the wrestling shows happening in Australia this weekend.
Oh, before you do get into it, quick shout out to Michael Lee for the year. Apparently this is his last one, so. And he's taking a little bit of a holiday, and well earned. So yeah.
So don't expect the raps to be as thorough. We're going to try, but it may not be as thorough because Michael Lee does a hell of a job. In the ACT, ICW Australia's Clash in the Capital, Saturday, November 29th. New South Wales, we have Suplex Pro Wrestling Season 3, Chapter 9 on November the 28th. That's the Friday night. Australian Wrestling Superstars are at Mortdale on Saturday, November 29th. Newcastle Pro Wrestling Breakout is on Saturday, November 29th. Integrity Sports Entertainment presents Legacy on Saturday, November 29th. Then we're on the way up to Queensland. Wide Bay Pro Wrestling has the Hall Brawl on November 29th. Venom Pro Wrestling's Final Destination 3, Saturday, November 29th. And then we go to Victoria, where PCW, Professional Championship Wrestling, presents Slam featuring Evolution on the 28th. MXW Wrestling's All for One, Golden Opportunity, and Horsham Hangover, Friday 28th, Saturday 29th, and Sunday 30th. Malice Wrestling Federation presents Supremacy on November 29th. And Victoria also has King of the Colac, Collision in Colac, Saturday, November 29th. And then,
King
what's
of,
that?
King of Colac. King of Colac's a place, not King of.
Oh, okay. That helps so much.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I didn't get it, but Colac, Collision in Colac, King of Colac. If you're in Colac,
get down.
That's it. That's the one. And then in
Colac.
WA, we have a massive weekend of wrestling this weekend, which I am going to do everything I can to at least go to one of these shows. Probably this Saturday because I work Fridays, which sucks, but whatever. New Horizon Pro Wrestling present Final Chapter 16, Mana's Birthday Bash, Friday, November 28th, they're at Varsity Morley, and Saturday, November 29th, they are at Success, which is their regular home. And I'm excited to see it. There's a bunch of international people coming over. Our Perth boy done good in Japan, Chris Weiss, will be here, as well as some other international guests. So yeah, I'm just keen to get down there and check it out. Actually, it might be good. Friday, I'll make it a cheat day and go have a nice varsity burger and watch some wrestling. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely be at one of them. You should be at one or both of them yourself if you are in Perth. Final Chapter's normally a really good show to get down and check out New Horizon Pro Wrestling. And that is the wrap around the country for this week. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like what you see, give us a little thumb. Subscribe to the channel. If you didn't like what you see, tell us why. Tell us why you didn't like it. Are we talking too much shit? Are we not talking enough shit? Are we addressing the real issues? Or are we just giving fluff pieces, which I'm accused of many times from my co-host, that I go too easy on everything? But hey, like, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to hear? Get down to your local wrestling. Buying a ticket, bringing your friends, that helps support the show. If you want to support a specific wrestler, please make sure you hit the merch table, buy a t-shirt, buy an 8x10, buy a keyring, whatever they're selling, that money goes into wrestling, their wrestling dream, and you can say, hey, I got the t-shirt before they got famous. So that gives you a little up on your mates when that all comes about. Thanks for tuning in. This is Australian Indie Wrestling Podcast, and we'll see you next week.